the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Be the first to know Nsem-Pii platform so and I will share. Bryce Simmons why the vice president for Imani Ghana Ghana Hanum Eddie Nsem-Pii Atuja Oko ni X page formerly known as Twitter. What me I expose papa Sammy Gyamfi our no say one good board. In fact, on the chief executive officer for good board. Na expose we was set OTB. Ghana have recently there since your papa the president John Dramani Mahama eba amamumu no since ni rain no besinde the dollar has been depreciating na CD no etimi appreciating kakra and then is about 10 cedis 30 pesos to $1. People are praising the government, but reality no on the basis of the World Bank and the IMF projections are on the two in April on me prophesies by the year 2025 na Ghana in fact inflation are perform na things are hedging forward na omo predicted say by the doings of His Excellency the President, former President Nana Danko Kufuado, senior OC Bua na IMF tranches are sika omo de buy no omutimi follow suit on all facets omutimi providing necessary support, necessary works ehu hia bua ya ene CD no etimi appreciate it to that particular level no was say the accolades ni nyina edema the ex-war government atwemu His Excellency the former president Nana Kufuado ni nyuma so wo ye because sanoma no na ene reflections ni nyina astatia eboboba do this particular level na eno na Sammy Gyamfi take advantage of nyuma kesia buy ohwed gold no tons omobeto ye no reserves da ho a ene omode bo mo safo hene kire mu se omumpo na etima ye bibia ma ene the dollar no etimi ba form ne ade no it seems say nkontompo a in fact no ma bia papa bia enim na Bryce Simmons etima bawremu a because Ghana for bebrina dream ko no the gold board there it was set by the Ghana papa Sammy Gyamfi one CEO down initially no the acting managing director for precious mineral marketing company no ekoje sa di brand born ho so ene one the CEO for gold board. We're taking this particular loophole a demo Ghana for adrian Koswa Bryce Simmons na etima expose Sammy Gyamfi and Ghana for nim and they say on the black market no dollar rate nam 12.80 Bank of Ghana there and nam 10.3 nemum eco trading aspect the Ghana gold board Sammy Gyamfi down no oko trade ana okoye transaction biya na or the rate any rate it has been acknowledged by Bank of Ghana and odeko na yembo rasinimu the chief executive officer as Sammy Gyamfi has been named no confirms say gold board transactions no was on black market rate a dollar rate which is illegal and it was a wrong and unprecedented action Sammy Gyamfi etiki na ono nchiremu wo chiremu no ye bebo remu a ene Ghana web etimi aboremu a news image ye na amanfo complaining recently people omo adwuma with the mining sector etima babonte chiremu say Sammy Gyamfi ebu omo papa omo to gold no at a cheaper rate no moko amansen dwaso no makoton at good rate for themselves ene wotimi nya sika eche bi ma grada mu nyina nya bi no de nsem kese na afi aba omo so ano etumu a omo ka bi eno na eye Bryce Simmons etima borre mu a wo hu se all these while says Sammy Gyamfi has been trading this particular gold there Ghana for gold at a rate illegal. It is against the laws of the land. So far obia hadwen enko so, but because concern started say pager na eba no afei na ni aba ho say Sammy Gyamfi Ghana for papa na dollar na ewo Bank of Ghana even at interbanks near the adeno ewo at a lower rate bi kura nam almost 9 cedi near the adeno ono de what the 12 cedis ene to gold no ne mom okoton a sabi na ode eye adefofro na konese obu eye dwadifo na omuton gold because what the 12 cedis yepe meaning say o de no ebeba form na ono no de no akosoro na no na Bryce Simmons etimide asema ba o kire se the gold boss CEO Sammy Gyamfi reacted to this illegal transaction o use black market rate o di lead this particular gold ekoso Ghana hanom trading ekoso nyina no wono na take that initiative upon all nsemo ekoso na nsemo Bryce Simmons to dwane chese was say gold has always been bought in the local Ghanaian market based in the informal retail forest rate, popularly called black market, since time immemorial. Now, Sammy Gyamfi responded with this particular commenter. Watch Bryce Simmons say, "Enya the fault. None the over 2 yen. Emra obaya na waye AGMD for PPMC on 22nd January 2025. No, gold has been bought by all market players, including public and private entities, as at a black market rate of about 16 cedis. 80 Sammy Gyamfi chechiri mo man say ono kro ba ye no na sani esi to gold no kra nenam 16 cedis iti ono kra no waboa waya ade kra de about 12 cedis, but the bone of contention is that upon rate no between ni nyina echi ne no adentina all turn at 12 cedis, meanwhile Bank of Ghana no 10 cedis. And on Bryce Simmons etime expose Sammy Gyamfi upon further and better particulars as Bryce Simmons etime de ma no ama Sammy Gyamfi in fact nani ada ho a afei de wo gia tum say ampa why mistake na why na Ghana for fancha no, because on the obeto ye na na etisa no na ode ye adwuma, but sie de no kure ka asemo a time amu be fa amamu no from that 22nd January no the dollar rate was at 16. You know, so now what turn was that time now that was the exact rate now they turn into something legal, because according to the Bank of Ghana rate or the buy NHS that time no na at that rate, but a normal switch Ghana for be brainy say 10 cedis a year to $1 no. It is helping, especially trade, you know. Among for importation, yeah, they no. She say duties in your swat ya, no more swat take a crack, a dear nijek a carbonipa, no mem any jume diemu, because of a yenuma pa, X1 government in the year 200, ama and inflation, and a year 13%, ban eba from Tino. Although government in a tusono, who buy the over 2 year no now, why say a neddy. I didn't nam 10 cedis. Now still, oda so nam 12 cedis no udibu Ghana for kum. Eti we are there Bryce Simmons etimi boru mu a wetimi expose Sammy Gyamfi at this time anka ani ama ho a anka obu Ghana for achepa. Na ama for the complaints be brain na eba say ukọ certain marketer, it seems say dollar no 12 cedis wo ho, but on the Bank of Ghana no and that's 10 cedis. Why? These questions were not answered by anybody, even including the finance minister to force and nobody has come out said him the reason. Say na just to have their way into the Ghanaian market. that is the gold marketer, said the bayo mutimi enyandi omope. Now by April 2025, no, the gold board had succeeded in bringing the local buying rate to interbank levels. We managed to sustain local prices at interbank levels for about 2 months. However, due to lack of permanent market regulatory system, the gold board was in the last 2 weeks of June 2025 compared to raise its buying rate to black market levels. This is an explanation as a major female. Was it due to the lack of permanent market regulatory systems? Yes, you need a particular system. Because this is a trajectory you follow. This is a permanent way and a channel and not the at 10 at 10. Was it because of that? Gold board no since the last 2 weeks of June. Month compelling almost say raising the buying rate and call black market levels. Now this was to deal with extreme competition from smugglers and hoarders who were taking undue advantage of the wide disparity between the interbank rate and the black market rate, he added. Enti we asamwa Sammy Gyamfi echiri mu say because say ye won kofo ma hoard gold ato kofo bi o ma sheda o mo smuggle gold di free Ghana hade kwamono ne na say yete say eye China fo bi omode omatu nua mfimfin omatimanya bote tutu nua ni mfimfin e na omode gold ewuram omi o makata eye ends ni mienu na omod exporters say de omode enua ekomukro mu ko ha no makoyi gold no mde ayedom peso moye enti because of these things are ekoso Ghana ninti Sammy Gyamfi kire mu say pe ono ne research a why kire say black market no 12 cities enti si ye ma price no kosoro saa ebe dite smugglers ene omo hoarded gold ni nyina amoma yom gold ni nyina piepie no mabeto ama gold board ni etima koton ama senja so ama ye nyeska. This is an explanation ene Sammy Gyamfi yema. Now question aye busa ne say if that be the case adenti ne Sammy Gyamfi ajatum say upon ne explanations why ajatum say ene obeko back to the 10 cities instead of the 12 cities if that be the case, meaning say onimpefe say krono na obo Ghana for adia illegal. Now it is bound say was offensive the ref of the law said the beya that be no obiso nkofa sa di we enye president no nso follow enfan koma obi na obiso ntoa so enti Bryce Simmons and on his X page otimi expose Sammy Gyamfi on that particular angle. Sammy Gyamfi reasons or the buy nyina kire say smugglers and hoarders enti no more yenisa said the bear it will deter them na after so it will also expose them now metimi de gold ni nyina ba mansan dwaso na ene gold board fui etimenya kakra tafre na omo so ade no ma akọ amansan dwaso na eze infaso no abagana. But if that be the case adenti ne Sammy Gyamfi eji atum say e was say okọ back to Bank of Ghana rate which is the 10 cedis and no na the rate interbanks nyina use no adenti ne de okọ back to that particular rate say or no explanation o man no reasonable and legal and lawful adene all back to the rightful channel enti we in someone Bryce Simmons editu dwa ene Sammy Gyamfi ajatum say yes we a mistake wajatum say it was illegal on his hand say go contrary to the regulations Bank of Ghana Regulatory Act concerning finances and trade exchange stock and exchange unit ne sa trade honi nyina omomre ewo ho nyina wo boot amra nyina aso na oye ne openo ene wetima jatum. This means be it as it may no if things are not looked forward towards carefully in fact nkofu bi ede yensa ebesi form one way ya omema yesikan na yedi twa nam no yedi twa no ma akotwa nanka. This is what has come on board and the Bryce Simmons etimi expose Sammy Gyamfi ama wajatum say ampa what he acted was illegal now so unlawful. So we look forward say since wajatum no, what is the way forward? Will people still complain say still that subu omana? If that be the case, a team say the NIB and a CID for so more money come home because Sammy Gyamfi has a year illegally transacted a year businesses are a year unlawful and a year illegal. Yedibesi on this note, bibi yedibesi ebebembiano will bring back to your doorsteps.
Nsem-Pii TV